All right, y'all. Before we dive in, a quick heads up.
This show is raw, real, and definitely not rated PG.
We're talking about adult themes, sexual content, and the kind of stuff you probably don't want blasting through your speakers at work or around your kids.
So grab some headphones, pour your drink of choice, and get comfy.
Oh, and just so we're clear, we are not licensed therapists, counselors, or sex coaches. Sex coaches,
Sex coaches.
not sex couches.
We're just a couple of people sharing our lives, experiences, and sexy adventures. An ethical non-monogamy. So with that, pull up a chair and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Monogamy. I'm Adam.
And I'm Pris.
And we were thinking today, we're having lots of conversations, as we always tend to do. And I actually, if you follow me on any of my socials, which I would hope you do, you would have seen the question that I posed out there to women. And that question was very specific because I have a friend of mine who we were talking, and she said that she had an experience with a guy and the guy never came. Like, she was playing with him and they had a long session and he just never came. So there was no finish. There was no coup de grace, so to speak. And it really bothered her. Like, it made her legit upset.
That he didn't come.
And so that just opened up some things for me.
Okay.
Everybody wants to be the one to make their partner orgasm. But what happens when it doesn't happen? You know what I mean? We've both been there.
Yes.
I know
Yes.
for me, it was actually recently, luckily for me, the partner that I was with, the woman that I was with, I was going down on her. Okay. Now, this is a pastime that I am a fan of.
Right.
So oftentimes when I go down on a woman, I'm doing so because I enjoy it. So I can be down there for a while. And we were
get lockjaw.
We were with another couple,
Yes.
and you were doing your thing on one side of the bed with him, and I was doing my thing on the other side with her. And I had been going down on her for some time.
Yeah.
And you guys had already started filtering through the positions. And she stopped me after a while and she said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, it takes me a really long time to come. And so you could be down there a really long time and we can keep going. I'm most likely not going to orgasm." And that didn't bother me.
No.
I was just like, okay, cool.
Married to me.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm going to finish up down here because
Yeah.
I like it, and then
Yeah.
I'll move on.
Yeah.
So I found that quite interesting that she was okay with telling me that. I actually preferred the fact that she told me that because at least I knew that I wasn't going to reach her to that point, because I like to stay down there and get the person.
You appreciated that.
Yeah,
that she
absolutely.
Said
That communication. She said it like
lightheartedly.
shaky, like she was afraid I was going to get upset. And I was like, no, that's cool. Let's keep it and move it. But that's obviously happened with, you've had.
Oh yeah,
where you
because
haven't made a man come.
I don't orgasm all the. I personally don't orgasm all the time, even with you.
Yeah, so I will say, and I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here, but there's very few men who have been able to make you come.
And women.
And women.
Yeah, for sure. I will tell you, a lot of people, if we played with you and you've already listened to the podcast, if you listen to the podcast and we played with you, then you already know. And I used to be really shy to express to men or to anybody what I preferred and how I was able to orgasm. Like, I didn't want to tell anybody. Like, I had to hold that secret in and let them figure it out.
Yeah, it was only recently that you decided to.
So it was recent.
Yeah.
You know my spots, but you weren't going to give them to anybody.
No, are you kidding me?
That's
sportsmanship, man. I ain't going to just give out the key.
Yeah. I've had a few men and women who have not made me orgasm.
Now, on the flip side of it, I remember for the longest time, one of the, not necessarily arguments, but one of the tension builders that we've had in our relationship when it came to the lifestyle was the fact that almost every experience that you had did not result with you having any kind of
Was
sexual satisfaction. Yeah.
This is correct.
And so that,
This is
because of that,
correct.
it's very easy to satisfy me. So
Oh,
that's not really a big deal. But for you, it was very rare that you found anybody
yeah.
that could get you there.
It was also, and I think we talked about it in a few past shows, that I didn't really let myself relax. And so I'm even going to go back. I have a story really quick.
Tell me.
Okay.
Spill the tea, girl.
So we were poly.
Oh, she
She
used the P
Oh my
word.
goodness.
Ugh. I like the word. That's not a big deal.
We were poly and I was dating this woman. And she was, I may be sorry to our lesbian listeners, but I think it's called an A star or an
I thought
all
it was a
star
gold star.
or a gold star lesbian. So she had never, ever been with a man, which is fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
She was a great kisser, but we got to the bedroom and this woman, I didn't have to reciprocate. Like, she treated me like I was a pillow princess, which is fine for me sometimes. I don't mind that sometimes. So it was really nice, but she was there for a very long time.
Yeah.
And
Too long?
Too long. Yeah, I would say too long. What is too long? We'll get back to that.
What is too long?
We'll get back to that. But
that's a good question.
she was there for a very long time and I didn't orgasm. So I had to fake it. So the next time I was with her, I said, I'm not going to fake this. I'm going to let this one slide. So I told this girl, I told myself, I was like, I'm going to let her take care of me. Okay. So she went down, did her thing. She must have gotten a little tired. She came back up. We kissed, we made out, grinded a little bit. And she went back down. So when she went back down the second time, I was like, oh, okay. She made me come so hard. I was like, oh, okay. And then we broke up.
Shortly thereafter. What a send-off.
Damn. But yeah, it's a very rare. There's this one gentleman from our hometown who always made me orgasm when he was about to come out. So like he would come.
Yeah.
And right when he was about to pull out, I would have an orgasm. Which
never
was,
know.
you just never know.
Yeah.
It's a very rare.
But you are letting yourself go now.
I am.
And you're able to really enjoy it more now.
I am.
Now, as far as being a woman who has been with men, and I know for a fact you have been with men and have not been able to get them to finish.
To get them to finish. Oh, yeah.
What does that do for you? Does back then and now? What was it? Did it do anything to you? Did it bother you?
Back in the day, I think it did. It hurt my ego.
Really?
Yeah.
That you couldn't complete them.
That I couldn't complete them. Yeah, I couldn't finish them. And so I'd be like, man, what's wrong with me? But then I also would feel that same way when they wouldn't get hard.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what's wrong with me?
Because that was an issue for a while there too. You ran into that a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me, it's got to be me.
Yeah. I was like, it has to be me. And then I realized it wasn't.
So compared to then,
Yeah.
now it's not even an issue for you. What do you think
It's
about it now when it
not,
does come up, if you can't finish someone off?
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
Do
Like
not
you
care.
have no problem saying, all right, buddy, we're done.
Bye. Yeah, no,
Es todo. Yeah.
Nope, when I'm done, whether I orgasmed or not, if I'm done and I'm tired and we've added a few times, I'm done and no, I don't mind.
Oh.
And I understand because now we're all older, right? So some men just cannot ejaculate.
Yeah, there's a number of reasons.
There
Just for
is.
me alone, and it had nothing to do with age for the longest time, because when we started this, I was in my early 30s, late 20s, early 30s when we started this.
Yeah.
And so I was young-ish. I was virile.
I guess.
I was virile. And with you, obviously, I could in a sandstorm, I could get turned on and be like, let's go at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that wasn't an issue. What I found was there were certain things that would come up in our sex that would just throw me off. There were times where you wanted to do a quickie, and
It was before work.
I'm a weirdo about time. And
Weirdo.
if I'm not early, then I'm late.
Weirdo about
And I'm
time.
talking it like if I'm going to work, I need to be there 30 minutes early. If I'm
Yes.
going to a place, I need to be there anywhere from an hour to
Yes.
30 minutes early. So if I'm even slightly off on time, it throws me off. And I
Yeah.
remember very specifically being on top of you and enjoying this sexual moment with you, but having this LED clock in my head that was just ticking and ticking
Yeah.
and ticking. And I'm like, come on, man, you got to finish.
Yeah.
You got to do this. And the more that I kept thinking that, the less I could finish.
It freaks you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And so then I would, and there have been times where it's been like that, where I've had a lot going on in my head. I've been stressed and I've had other things in my head. I just could not, I could get distracted enough to get hard.
Yeah.
But I couldn't finish.
No.
There have been times where we've been at parties and I can get hard, but I can't finish because I'm just too distracted.
Yeah.
And I used to find that very difficult to admit. I felt shameful at the fact that I couldn't finish. And I think the reason why is because I used to think that if I tell a woman, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to come, she's going to get all sad or weird about it. And it's going to be like, oh, I couldn't get you there, et cetera, et cetera. And it's no, it ain't you. It's actually me.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's hard for us women to understand that. I
Yeah.
think when you're younger, it's hard for them to understand
I
it.
think the older you get, and then you're like, I don't give a damn. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And when that happens, then you start becoming more understanding to the fact that it really isn't you. The person that's operating the machinery, he's the one who needs to get his mind, and there's a number of reasons that can be affecting it. I have a really good friend of mine, not to throw him out there, but I'm not going to mention him by name, but I have a really good friend of mine who actually, if he's too distracted, even like in a foursome, if he's too distracted, say we're all in the same bed, that's too much distraction.
It's overstimulating.
And he struggles, and he struggles.
Yeah.
Whereas it could be the same room and separate beds, and the dude is on top.
Yeah.
He's on it. But there's just certain things that are very distracting.
Yeah.
And it's all mental.
Yeah.
I know guys that won't be able to finish because there's another guy having sex right next to them. It's a weird distraction for them for some reason or another. There are all sorts of reasons, and they vary individually, man to man. And it could be any number of things. It could be something that really turns them on. It could be something that really turns them off. It could be something that's really, really distracting. But that's just the mental part of it. There are other things.
It's a little harder for you men because
there's the thing that we've talked about often. It's our fellas that end up drinking to a certain amount, and they cannot finish because they've had too much to drink.
And certain drugs.
Yeah, we can say it out loud. That
cocaine. I know
problematic.
A lot of men will say, oh no, it doesn't do that to me. And maybe it doesn't, but from my understanding, it does. It makes you think you're hard, but not actually be hard.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never touched this stuff.
So you're not going to orgasm. You're not going to come.
It's one of those things where you really, it's like there are these vices that will help you lose your inhibitions.
Yes.
But the downside is that, yeah, you'll lose your inhibitions so you can flirt and kiss and have these open discussions. Right. But you're not going to be able to take it past a certain point.
It gets you relaxed.
It gets you relaxed. And maybe that's good enough to set up for the next time when things are a little bit more chill.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have to do that.
And of course, nervous. If you get nervous,
performance anxiety.
Anxiety is a thing. And I want to say it's a little easier for women as opposed to you men. I feel like it is, or for me it is.
I know a lot of women that say that they don't want to get on top because of how they would look and things like that.
I used to be the same way.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
I did not want to ride
or
you.
different positions and things like that, that
like,
they get
no.
very insecure about their body. So I'm sure with women, it's a mental thing too, as far as finishing and that sort of thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's just one of those things.
And so for me, it's I usually go into play and I'm like, I'm not going to orgasm, but my pleasure comes from making the person orgasm. So like if you and I are playing and I don't have an orgasm, just the knowing that you just came in me or I just made you come,
It's satisfying
it
enough.
is so satisfying.
Yeah, I dig that.
So I like that.
Hey, I like that.
But I wouldn't care if I was with somebody and they didn't come. I'd be like, all right, if you're fine with it, I'm fine with it. Let's just move on.
It always feels like without some sort of finish, there's no
Ta-da!
like without a finish,
No finish?
it's like being in the middle of a fight and not hearing the bell, you just walk away.
But if
It's weird. You got to have a finish.
yeah, but if you're an adult and you understand,
I guess so. I don't know. I grew up watching the old WWF wrestling as a kid and Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. You watch these matches and they're amazing, and then all of a sudden there's a finishing move and it's over.
yeah,
And I guess
you always
I
thought
relate
about
that to sex
Yeah.
in the fact that we should have the buildup. We should have the actual sex session. We build it up. It's got its peak.
Yeah.
You've got your finish, and bam, that's it.
Yeah. But some don't.
Obviously.
Some don't.
Obviously.
There was times where you didn't at least have
This is
an
true.
orgasm,
This is
so-
true. Now, I will tell you, I did my research
Okay.
here, and I wrote down some things. We're talking about myths.
Okay.
We're talking about myths as far as men and women and couples when it comes to this sort of thing. So I'll start us off. You can see there right underneath the camera, got some things there. I'm going to read the first one. You can go ahead and go on to the next, and we can talk about these. The first one that I got is that men always finish. That is obviously a myth. Men don't always finish. As a
No.
matter of fact, you and I recently, we had a session with a couple, and I was just, it had nothing to do with the woman that I was with, but I just could not finish. And I actually had to fake it, which is incredible because
Yeah.
that's very rare.
Yeah.
But just because I didn't want to make anybody feel bad and we had to camp off the night, I could have kept on going.
Yeah.
So I had to fake it. So that is very much a myth that men always finish. The reality of it is that it could be any number of things. It could be internal stress. It could be medicine that they're on, alcohol, maybe emotional distress of some sort.
Like a disconnect.
Yeah.
Ah.
And really, are you going to inspect the condom? You know what I mean? Unless cum play is involved, are you really going to know? No?
That's true.
You would know, but we've been together 15 years. I would hope you would know.
I do.
Of course, if you fake it, I have no idea. You're just a really good actress.
I am.
Yeah, you're incredible.
am.
You're incredible.
It's the Winnie the Pooh modeling I used to do.
Oh, you're so
It's all
talented.
the classes.
She's so talented.
All right. So another myth is if he doesn't finish, he's not attracted to me. I used to think that.
Really?
I did. I used to think that attraction isn't the only factor. It's often physical or mental. So it's not always the reason they cannot have an orgasm. It's
Yeah.
the same thing like you said. It could be something mentally and distracting them. It could be something physically. They may have an ailment. I feel like the older you get, the more understanding you are. Or if your partner is already struggling, you already know the signs and understand the signs. Like I even tell guys, I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. It takes you a while to get hard. We can be at it until you get hard, until you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable with that, then we can just move on.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, it does take a little bit.
There are some guys that I know that are very animalistic and they can basically just pull it down and pull it out and be ready to go.
Oh yeah.
And there's no mental thought involved or anything. And I
think if I was a guy, that
I
would
can't
be
do
me.
that. Really?
I think if I was a guy, that'd be me.
I'd
be like,
if you want me to be like raging hard and ready to go, I'm gonna lay on that bed. You're gonna come
don't
up to
give
me.
anybody their
We're gonna make out.
Don't be
You're gonna
giving
touch me,
anybody
you know
my
what I'm saying?
secrets. Don't be giving people my
That's some good
secrets.
stuff, man. I'm just saying. A little, I'll make love to you. I'm just kidding. I don't get down to boys too much. That's weird.
Actually,
That's not my thing. Actually, we did, didn't we? Oh wow. We sure
meatloaf.
did.
We got down to meatloaf the other
Hey,
day.
don't be giving away my secrets.
I was recording and there was meatloaf in
Oh
the
my
back.
gosh.
It was funny.
Hey, that's just great. Adam Loaf. There's another one here we've got. It is a real man can orgasm no matter what. Oh my
Oh.
gosh. Talk about your machismo right there. That is obviously very false.
Yeah, that is something I'm sure I've heard when I was younger.
I'm sure. There's a lot of idiocracy and
Yeah.
machismo-ness whenever you've got youngsters full of testosterone and they think that they can be this
Yes.
big bad, oh, I'm going to step in because I'm the young guy. Come on, bruh. It's not always the case when it comes to age, all right? Biology and psychology can play huge roles, but it really doesn't matter. You are not any less of a man whether you can come or not.
That is very
You
true.
know what I'm saying? It doesn't determine what a real man is.
No.
And so you young bucks that have that idea, you better not say it around me because we're going to have some words. You know what I'm saying?
So another one is, if he doesn't finish with me, he must be finishing with someone else.
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
Let me tell
Red
you.
flag.
Mira,
Oh,
I used to remember when I was like that. I used to say, "Oh, so what? You just came in the bathroom and what? You can't come with me?"
I
I
remember
would
that
get so
too.
insecure, like I wanted to have that first orgasm. But I also used to be that person when I was with my first husband.
Oh, yeah?
I was super insecure, but I don't know why, because I don't even remember if he always orgasmed. I'm sure he did. But I remember thinking, oh my God, he's not having sex with me. He's not coming. What the hell? But actually, he was really doing it with someone else. So,
Oh, man. That is the worst story ever.
But I used to be really insecure about that.
Well, yeah,
I want to be the first one.
obviously.
No, so no, ladies.
And,
If
you
he
know,
doesn't nut with you, does not mean he's not nutting with somebody else.
now
He's just having
I
a
will
problem.
tell you that my lovely wife here, we do have a rule when we go to the club, and that's that I have my first orgasm is with her. I start my night with her, I end my night with her.
Yeah.
And that's how that goes.
Or I start him off, and you're welcome, ladies. I edge him, and at the very end, I don't care who he came with, the last one is mine.
That's true.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how tired I am.
That's okay.
She's getting it.
Yes.
That's right.
We already missed one time, and we're not doing that again.
Oh, here we go. There we go. You can catch that on one of the past episodes. I'm not going to
It
tell
was
you
a birthday
which.
one.
Ugh. Okay. Anyway, the next one. All men are quick to orgasm. Now,
No.
as we said earlier, that's obviously not the case.
Now, I do
Oh,
like to get men to orgasm fast.
do you?
Yeah.
I think I've asked this question before because there's a lot of women who really enjoy being able to make a man come quick.
Yeah. I didn't like it at first, but now I do.
So I grew up during the 90s. I watched a lot of Def Comedy Jam, and pretty much every comic in the 80s and 90s, if they talked about their sex life, and especially if it was a woman, it was talking about how they wanted a man who wasn't going to last only 5 minutes or 30 seconds or whatever, that they wanted a man who could go all night, et cetera, et cetera. Because of that, I was conditioned to believe that if I didn't last a long time, if I didn't give it up all night, that I was not going to be satisfying a woman. Now,
Oh,
I will
okay.
tell you that there was this one woman that I was with, and I must have been about 19.
Okay.
And she was visiting me. We were in a hotel room together, and it was one of my earlier sexual experiences. Obviously, I lost my virginity at 14, so it wasn't my earliest, but I was 19 and I wasn't
You didn't have a lot of.
very
Yeah,
active. I was
yeah.
still learning a lot. And so I had this in my head that I
Okay.
had to last as long as I could last. And so because I had that in my head, it prevented me from actually coming.
Uh-huh.
And she was very zoned in on wanting to make me come.
Yes.
So she went down on me, and she really was like, she was doing everything she could to get me there. And then she just got tired, and she's okay, we're going to have sex. Okay, cool. So then we ended up having sex, and it took we had sex for hours before she finally made me come. And I think she wanted to finish me off like a long time ago. She was exhausted.
Yeah.
And I remember her telling me after all of that, she was like, I can't keep up with you. That's too much. And I remember walking away and feeling so disappointed because I was like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, no.
I thought that this is what women
I'm
want.
sure there are women out there that want to have sex all night and whatever. No.
For me, I used to be able to control it. And then at some point, I realized that it's a mental thing. And there's
Yeah.
really, if I have a lot in my head, I'm not going to be able to control it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of men out there like me occasionally who struggle with delayed ejaculation. Like, it's a thing. It can take some time.
Yeah.
And nutting quickly is not always an option. And it doesn't always mean that you're not good at what you do or that you're not smoking hot. It could mean that I have a lot
Man.
on my head.
Do you remember when
Yeah.
someone made you come really fast? And
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like,
Yes. How could I forget? Because you gave me the look of a lifetime. I'll never forget it. Now, that
So,
was...
ladies, I'm a little cray-cray sometimes.
Anybody who's listened to this show knows that.
I'm growing. I'm learning from
Growing in anger.
I'm growing. I'm married to him, so you know.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all get the funny Adam. I
Right.
get the funny Adam.
That's the way I am all the time. This is us.
This is me all the time. So
We would be doing this even if that camera wasn't on,
this is true.
or this microphone. Now, those were the myths when she can't make him orgasm. These are the myths that I wrote down as far as when he can't make her orgasm.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay, I'm going to read the first one.
Please do.
If she doesn't orgasm, I failed.
I
I failed as a lover. Don't.
That's interesting.
Don't. Orgasm isn't the only measure of pleasure, people.
That's right. She doesn't have to come.
Like I said, I just love having, and I would say this is for other people too. I like the sensation of another person or touching, caressing, and kissing.
The act itself.
Yep. Is hot. So whether you make me orgasm or not, it's going to be hot.
There's that old saying that they used to throw around that said that the orgasm is the dessert, but the sex is the meal.
Okay.
So you should be able to have the sex. That meal should be satisfying enough.
So it is with the right people.
It is with the right people.
I've had sex with people and it's okay, peace out. Whether they come, I come or not. It's just
Classic Pris. Classic Pris. Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, okay, moving on. Women orgasm easily during penetration. Oh my gosh.
Wrong.
Fellas, if you believe this, gosh, you need to read a book, bro. You need to talk to a lady.
What is the reality on this?
No, that's most women actually do not orgasm very easily. Most women are confusing and difficult to find the right buttons. It's very rare. The woman I sit next to currently is difficult to make orgasm. I can play her like a fiddle, but that's me. I fit with her like a puzzle piece. It works. Not everybody does. And most women, it takes more than just sticking your dick in, man. There's a lot of these guys, and I've seen this through the hot wife situations that we've always set up. A lot of these guys who really don't know how to have sex, they think that they can just shove it in. They're going to bang you like hard, heavy, and fast.
I am not that woman.
And you're going to love every second of it, and that's going to be so incredible for you. And that's going to make you come.
Now, I do that sometimes, but that is not going to make, that is just for fun. That's not going to make me come.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a clit, like my clit is my spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, you are not one of the only 18% of women who orgasm from penetration alone.
No.
18%. 18%, fellas. 18% of the women that you know out there actually orgasm from penetration alone. 18%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That does make a lot of sense. Yeah.
And as we've learned, there are a small percentage of women who actually can get off to anal.
I just found out.
There you go.
Crazy. All right.
We'll have the more you know sign.
The more, you should.
No, just place that in.
Toys mean I'm not enough. Okay.
Oh, I knew fellas like that. Your ex was like that, wasn't he?
Toys are helpers. They're not competitors.
No, they are not competitors.
Yes, my first husband did not like toys.
Yeah.
I believe my second husband, but I will also say that I have women friends who do not like toys. Like I will use a toy on them and they'll be like, "Oh no, I want you to make me come." Really?
Oh.
We
have a good friend of ours that we were with that she was very heavily involved with toys when we were all playing. And that was cool. That was a lot of fun.
She had the best toys.
She had really cool toys.
And I feel like now I pretty much grab a toy for us.
Yeah. I will say that
watch me.
I love to watch you. That really turns me on. That gets things started.
But it is a good little helper.
Oh, yeah. I will say feeling the vibration on my shaft while we're having sex. Oh my gosh.
But like,
incredible.
do you care that I come with a toy?
No. No. Not at all.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, because I know that I can make you come too.
Yeah.
But I remember exactly where I was when I heard this story. I was about 18. All right. I'm going to take you down.
I feel like we should do the black and white little wavy little things and be like, Adam at 18 with his long
I'm going to
curly
take you on an
hair.
Adam reminiscing mile walk here. I was 18 years old. There was this girl that I was into, but she had no idea. I was just a friend. And I'm driving her. We went to go get Whataburger together.
Okay.
All right. So we're in the drive-thru and we're talking, and she always would talk to me about her sex life. She very much had a very active sex life. And at the time, she was probably one of the ones that I knew that had the most active of a sex life.
Were you all in
And
school?
no, had already
Already
graduated.
18,
She was a
okay.
little bit older than me. She was a couple years older than me.
Okay.
And I was 18. And she was telling me about the boyfriend that she had. And I knew for a fact that she had toys. She's what you would consider a size queen. So what that means is she likes the big toys, the ones that can really stretch you out, stuff like that. She likes those big old things. That's a
Queen.
size queen. Yeah, that doesn't mean that she's a big girl. That means that she likes big
Toys or
big anything to insert.
oh,
She likes big sized penises. Peni.
okay.
Penises? I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, so
Interesting.
I remember her telling me this story in the drive-thru of Whataburger about how her boyfriend found her box of toys and got hugely upset. And they got into this humongous argument about it, almost to the point to where I think they broke up for a spell of time.
Insecurity.
Yeah, and the only way that they could get back together was if she got rid of her toys. And so she pretended to, but she realistically hid them from him so that he could never find them. And she still used them because she felt like they gave her pleasure.
It's nice.
I'm curious, is that cheating though?
No, why would that be cheating?
If you're in a relationship with somebody and they say, I don't like you using toys,
And you still use them?
and you still use them without him knowing,
It's deceitful, but I wouldn't say it's cheating. So
it's not cheating.
if you told
Okay.
me get rid of my toys, I would tell you.
I'm not disagreeing. I
Right.
have no idea. I'm curious.
I would argue no, and if you didn't like it, I'd be like, sorry, you don't like
It's
it.
deceitful. It's
Yeah, but
unethical, but it's not.
It's not
cheating.
cheating. It's deceitful. Yeah, it's if I tell you don't be watching porn and jacking off, but you still go watch porn
It's
and jack
deceitful,
off.
but it's not.
It's deceitful, but it's not cheating. Yeah, no.
Interesting.
Now, if you go
Interesting.
and
Oh, I know. Yeah,
then that's cheating.
I think you know too. So she should be able to orgasm if she really wants to. Desire is not equal to guaranteed climax. And everybody should know that.
Yeah, like it does make it a little easier for some.
Does it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's definitely not it's not an only reason. There's no way.
Oh,
No.
I don't think so either.
No.
I don't think so.
All women can orgasm the same way. Every
Forget about
woman's body responds differently, men
Man,
and women.
And that's really why I love this lifestyle, is because of the variety. I will never find a you out there with other women.
I just remembered something.
Uh-oh. What?
So you just said something and it reminded me. I used to think that I could make a woman come because I knew what women like.
Yeah, you used to say that.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
You have to know what the woman likes
Oh, totally.
to make them orgasm. So I have come to realize that. And let me tell you that other people have already gotten it a long time ago, but it just hit me like.
And that's why I always say I like to get to know the woman in conversation and you spend some time with them before we actually have sex. Because a lot of the things that they say, a lot of the ways that they act, and a lot of the things that they do will help you understand what they like and what they don't like.
But they don't tell you all the time.
No, they don't tell you all the time.
Because like for me,
but
right?
sometimes it's just obvious. It's glaring.
So I like clit. Like I like the clit play. That's how you're going to make me orgasm. You can stick your fingers, whatever, but I want the clit sensation. That's my thing. And I don't like it too hard. I always thought that was everybody, every woman. It's not.
No, some people like to play DJ.
Like it's yeah. And some really like it rough.
And I'm going to add one more to that list because it was something that we've recently talked about. But squirting, fellas, squirting does not mean that a woman has had an orgasm.
Correct.
That's not the same thing.
No.
Not the same thing.
No.
Just because she squirts does not mean she's coming.
Correct.
There is a difference between the two.
Comes out of different areas.
That's right. That's right. So do your due diligence.
And you're not always going to see a woman's cum.
That's true.
You're not always going to see it. It's not very.
That's why it's so easy for y'all to fake it.
It's. We don't fake it.
Okay.
It's not very thick and white like cum is, like men's cum. Some are, but I'm just saying, like, it's not something
always
that's
the
going to
case.
pull, like, you're going to have spillage like that. If you
It's
don't
not gonna
see
be
it doesn't mean
obvious.
it's not there.
Now, what I have after this is just a little bit that I put together as far as myths that apply to us both.
Ooh.
Or apply to both male and female.
Okay.
So I'll start us off. If my partner doesn't orgasm, it means I'm unattractive. Now, obviously, that's not the case.
No.
I think we already visited that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Performance is complex, man. Like, I've had it where we've had sex and I've had cramps that hit my thighs or my legs, and it's that's not gonna finish. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
it just happens. It's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goal of sex is always orgasm. No. Because sex can still be deeply satisfying without climax. Even if he doesn't orgasm, I
Yeah.
just want to feel like you were in me for a while.
Yeah.
That's the hot part.
The hard part for me is the edging sessions
Yes.
because I want to finish. Like, you bring me to that point where I'm right there,
I like
and it's
doing
like
that to
another
you.
stroke or two, and I'm done.
I get mad
And you
when
just stop.
I get mad when you do that to me.
Oh, I love doing it to you, man.
I do
Because
that to you at the club.
Sweet revenge. Oh, yeah. No, I know. You are cold with the club, man. Walking around with blue balls, which, by the way, is also a myth. Okay. Moving on. Good lovers can always make someone orgasm. That is incorrect. You can create the conditions, but you can't control someone's body. You just can't.
No.
There's nothing that you can do about that you can, unless you're a magician. There's just no way.
No.
You know, there's just no way.
Orgasms equal intimacy.
No.
Nope.
No.
Connection, laughter, vulnerability.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like
there's a lot.
closeness. Yeah.
I mean, really, it's
that matters.
defined by the individual.
For sure.
So everybody's so different, and intimacy could mean really anything.
I was thinking about that, like intimacy and orgasm the other day, because I was like, no, it doesn't always coincide. It's not the same thing. And I always thought like they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think that too.
Yeah.
And lastly, if it didn't end in orgasm, it was a bad experience. It depends on who you're talking to, but it's relatively not true.
Yeah.
I've had some really great experiences that did not end in orgasm. You've had some really bad experiences that did not end in orgasm, but you've also had really good experiences that did not end in orgasm.
Correct.
It just really depends on the person. But for the most part, I'd say it's pretty much not true.
No.
So when the man can't make a woman orgasm, I can tell you from a male standpoint, it used to bother me early on. Now, the problem is I am a people pleaser. I get off to getting you off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's that whole, I know if I pleasure you, you're going to want me more. And I think I never felt like I was very attractive, and I never thought that I was very well endowed. And so because of that, I was all hard. Like, I wanted to make sure that I could do anything to please the woman that I was with, because I wanted them to keep coming back for more. So I learned and I watched a lot of real sex, guys. There was a lot of real sex, and not all those segments were great. And plus I watched a lot of porn. Now, obviously I knew what was unrealistic and what was realistic as far as different techniques and stuff like that. But I remember going in with the unrealistic expectation that I was going to get every woman off.
Oh.
And that's really where I started realizing that a lot of women don't. Now, this is where I'm confused, and maybe you can help shed some light on this. Most of the women that I'm with, and I'm talking about 90% of the women that I'm with now, for a while now, probably for the past couple years, it seems like mostly all of the women that I've been with, I can make come. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they're actually coming or if they're faking it. But every single one of them, it seems like
The ones I
I'm
know,
getting them there.
the ones that I'm friends with, because I'm not friends with all of them, but the ones I'm friends with would not fake it because they get mad at me when I tell them they faked it. They're like, "Why are you faking it?" And I'm
That's
like,
true.
"I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings." No, I don't. I don't fake it. But
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think so.
No? I don't know. I don't want
I
to
mean,
assume,
men can fake it too.
obviously, because I have. It's not often, but I have. Sometimes I feel shame in admitting that.
Do you
But
feel shame because you were raised that you have to make a woman come?
no, it's more for my own pleasure.
I
I like to make a woman come,
Now I feel
and I'm competitive in nature.
you was gonna say that's I think that's why I like to make men come. Oh my God, especially when a man tells me they came to my pictures or my videos.
Yeah,
Instant turn on.
really.
And if you show me proof, instant turn on. I'm like,
Dang.
okay,
Yeah,
let's do this.
yeah,
I think that's the want for me.
yeah.
Yeah. But
I mean, that I get that. I get that. I can tell you that even though, like I said, I think now
yeah.
I may get most of the women that I'm with to come. And they're long sessions, they're a lot of fun, we have a great time, and it seems like they finish and enjoy themselves.
Yes.
But like I said, I don't really know for sure. I don't want to assume. But when I was younger, it was hard. It was difficult. It was definitely an ego buster because I liked to think of myself as a good sexual player. I liked to think of myself as experienced. I could get you off almost every single time, and that seemed like a task sometimes. That was a challenge.
It was.
So I figured if I could get you there, I could get anybody there. That was certainly not the case.
No.
And initially, I did have moments of feeling like maybe I wasn't good enough. What was really insecure in my head, the big insecurity that I had was, oh, this woman doesn't really want to be with me. She wants to be with my wife. She's just going through the motions with me, and that's why I can't get her to come. And that was something that affected me a lot. I didn't even really think that it was my issue as far as me not being good in bed. It was more so she doesn't want me, so that's why I can't please her.
Well, there's also women that don't want to come because for them that's the end game.
This is true, and that's something that I found out.
Yeah, because we have a friend who's, do not make me come at him.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it.
And that, don't tell me do not, because I will.
Yeah.
Because you don't tell me not to.
Now, do you think cultural pressure? Do you think so? I'm going to say I'm older than you.
Okay.
Okay. So I remember.
I mean, I know that. Yeah.
I remember the guys or the kids, the boys growing up, they would be like, "Oh yeah, I made my woman have 4 or 5 orgasms."
Locker room talk.
Locker room talk.
Yeah.
But they were all Mexicanos.
Au contraire, mon frère.
So for me, they were all.
I mean,
for
obviously,
me, they were
that's
all,
your culture.
That's my culture.
That's
and for
our
me-
culture.
And so I remember them being like, "Yeah, the man has to make the woman come." And I remember thinking that, and thinking, "Oh,
It's in every culture.
is it?"
It is in every culture. Locker room talk is.
Well, that
I always thought I've been around it. I've maybe even attempted to take part in it at one point or another. It was high school oftentimes that you would hear a lot of this bragging, a lot of these different discussions about who I boned and how many times and this and that. And obviously you blow these numbers up and you say all these things that probably aren't true to your boys to make it seem like you're the man.
Yeah.
What's funny is you get out of high school and then eventually you grow up and you get into the lifestyle where it still takes place. I have a lot of guy friends who do the locker room talk.
Stop.
And they don't say who, but they start like going, "Oh yeah, I had this chick and boy, she looked like this and that, blah, blah, blah." And it's locker room talk. But don't judge, because I know that women are just as bad. And women have been known to have locker room talk just as bad, if not worse.
I feel like we're worse
than men.
We're worse.
It seems
we
like
are
it.
very judgy.
Chismosas.
We are very chismosas. We know.
Get some cheese with that mosa.
Oh man, like we're worse than men.
Oh, I don't know, but it's definitely at least
We're
on the same
not-
level.
And I could be saying this incorrectly. We're not egotistical about it.
I don't know.
think Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not in your locker room,
We're not.
but I know our situation. And it does, a lot of it comes down to what kind of man are you? It's a lot of chest thumping. It's a
Yeah.
lot of peacocking. And it is what it is. Guys are guys.
I made him come 5 times in 5 seconds.
It's similar.
Yeah.
And so locker room talk is
Yeah.
a thing.
It's going to happen.
I suppose so. Now, there's the reality that women statistically orgasm less often with men than men do with women. How true do you think that
Okay,
is?
say that again.
Women statistically orgasm less often with men than men do with women.
Yes.
You think?
Yes.
Why?
I feel like a lot of men are in it for their pleasure.
Ah, that's
Do
interesting.
you know, especially
Now, you don't
the
feel like there's a
routine?
lot of women that are into it for their own pleasure?
Probably, but they're going to do it by themselves.
Oh, man. Touche.
They're going to do it by themselves. If
That's interesting.
we've had sex, I've had an orgasm, wanted more, came back to the bed, and took care of myself.
This is true.
Again,
It's true. Yeah.
as of you, if I'm not
Yeah.
around, you're like, oh, I'm so horny. I'm gonna jack off. But I do feel like women do it more.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. There's definitely an emotional impact on men
Oh, yeah.
when it comes down to not being able to satisfy a woman. It's a lot of feelings of inadequacy, that frustration, the machismo-ness, like I said, feeling less. There's a lot of toxic masculinity, and that's not one of my favorite phrases, but it is a thing that's out there. And I don't know how many times, like when we were poly, and even afterwards, like when we've been out and I've had women on my arm, including you, other women and that sort of thing. And I have guy friends that will come up to me and they're like, "You're so lucky. I'm so envious." And I'm like, I'm not more of a man than you. Like they puff me
I
out to
can't
be
make
like that.
either of them orgasm.
That's right. I'm like, dude, they're just hanging out with me. I don't even know who these women are. I think one of them stole my wallet. So when it comes down to it, there's never a time where you're less of a man.
No.
And that's just really toxic thinking. And if you have people around you thinking like that, you need to cut them loose and let them go because they're not going to do you any bit of good. Not at all. Now, there is like I said, there's a psychology behind it.
Oh, there has to be.
There's a major psychology
has to
behind
be.
it. A lot of how we operate as humans during the sexual act, it comes down to everything in that brain. There are some people who can only come with something extreme. I've heard stories about guys needing to get kicked in the balls in order to come. There's certain people who need to feel certain pieces of pleasure or certain things or certain visualizations. For me and you, when we have sex, if you want to make me come quick, you know how to set up my imagination.
I do know how
And
to
a
do
lot
this.
of it has to do with fantasies about you having sex
Yeah.
with somebody else. And so there's psychology involved in there. If we're not talking, then I'm left thinking stuff. And so my brain starts going other places.
Now, I wonder, and this is probably not in a good spot to ask this, but I'm going to ask this anyway, or I'm going to say this.
Ask away. What?
I wonder if I used to feel insecure, like we said earlier, when women would make you come fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll hit me like, Jesus, really? That fast? But I wonder if other women suffer from that. And now I understand it's a new experience for you. So that's
It's a new
gonna happen
experience. Yeah,
sometimes,
and
right?
a lot of times it's a new experience and it's the heat of the experience
Yeah.
of having sex with somebody who's not my wife.
Yeah.
And oftentimes having sex with somebody who's not my wife in front of my wife. That's a fantasy
Yeah.
and that's hot and that's going to knock me out pretty damn
Yeah.
quick.
So like I know that some men don't have an orgasm because it makes them nervous, but then there's some men that really have an orgasm because it's so hot.
Yeah.
So like you have both of the situations
Yeah.
and it's dang. And then as the other partner, you're probably wondering, did I do something? Am I not doing something?
And you're
right?
speaking from experience
For
because
sure.
that's happened
Yeah, it's happened
before.
to me where I was like, okay, what is it that they did that I didn't do? What is
Right.
it that they did better than me? And I can't get you to do that. And it took a lot of, I had to get rid of that insecurity to be where I'm at now.
And a lot of times when we struggle with things like this, it's a matter of perception. It's a matter of changing your perception on
Yes.
how you see things. And
Yeah.
it takes practice. It doesn't happen overnight.
No.
It's like our positive mentality. Years ago, we made a conscious decision to change our mentality
Yes.
to a more positive perception because positive perception yields positive results. And I know it sounds hokey, but we've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
And you got to admit, there's some logic to
There
it.
is.
We have seen it produce.
Believe me, I used to be very
Oh,
bitter.
man, believe it or not. And actually, you can probably believe it. But yeah, she used to be a little negative. Hard to believe. But
So was
she's
he,
way
believe it
more.
or
I
not.
used to actually be really negative.
Yeah.
I
So
used
like
to be
you,
down.
you're-
Like, I was one of those guys that always said, when it rains, it pours.
oh,
You
even
know?
when we got together,
When it rains, it pours.
I think we probably changed our mindset. What, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah. About no, it was before we moved. Probably around 2016 is when I started, and you started probably about a year later. It took some time to get you there. But
I could be a negative Nancy.
oh man, you and I, we had some discussions about because I'd be trying to really be positive and have this mantra, and you'd be like, ugh. And I'm like,
Shut
dude, you need
up.
to get on the train or take a walk. One of the two. So realistically, when it comes to the psychology behind the not being able to have somebody reach an orgasm, you haven't been able to get them to reach that orgasm.
Yeah.
That's your perception. Then you need to change your perception. It's not you didn't get them to reach orgasm. It's that you guys had a great time having sex.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's
it.
Yeah.
Why do you have to think about whether or not they had an orgasm? Now, if they sit up afterwards and go, man, that was absolute dog shit, then you can sit up and go, what the hell? Adam and Pris were full of crap. You know what I mean? And then give us a call or send us an email and we'll answer it.
To www.beyond-monogamy.com.
That's right. But I'm telling you, man, if you just change your perception, it will do amazing things for you. Like you have no idea.
I guess.
You can release some of those insecurities. And that's what it really comes down to, is a lot of this is insecurity in yourself regarding this other person. You don't know what I'm thinking about. You don't know what I'm going on, what's happening internally. But you're going to sit there and go, oh,
Thank you, positive coach.
it's me.
Thank you, positive orgasming coach.
I'm just saying. I know some things. I've been around the block.
Yes, you have. You
saying?
have. Couples, you really should talk about it without any blame. Discuss what you like, what you don't like. Discuss what's happening.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
open with your other partners as well. If that's your thing to have them orgasm and they just can't, it's okay.
It's a discussion, and it should be an open discussion that you can have with comfort and trust without any kind of judgment, because that's a very vulnerable conversation.
It
And
is.
it could really rock your world if you react badly.
Yeah, so shift your mindset. Change the way you usually handle things like that. Get your insecurities, push them away a little bit, pause it. Pause the loco.
Pause it. Yeah,
Pause
pause
the
it. You
loco.
try and remove those insecurities.
Yeah.
A lot of communication can solve the problem. But then also in that communication, you can figure out alternative plans.
Yes.
Maybe you can involve toys. Maybe there's a way to slow things down to where you can
Yes.
refocus yourself. When
Yes.
we're at the club and she knows I can't finish because I'm too distracted, you know what she tells me? She's like, hey, focus right here. Focus on me. And she brings me in and she gets me right where I have no idea that there's anybody around me. And it works every time. And
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
My focus has changed. I've slowed down. I've gotten where I need to be and I could finish. And it's about shifting that mindset. And if you have a supportive partner who's able to get you through that, like you do with me,
Thank you. Thank you.
it really works out.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah.
And you got to celebrate the pleasure.
Oh, yeah. You can celebrate without the orgasm. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Just having the sensual feelings,
Oh
the
my
kissing, the
gosh.
making it.
Yeah.
All that good stuff is so much fun. And then leave him, walk away hard. Walk away while he's hard. That's the fun
no,
part.
No. Don't do that.
Redefine your success. and play, guys. Like,
Yeah. I
that's
mean,
fun.
it really is. What's the goal to have sex? Is it really to come, or is it the actual sexual act?
For me, it's a sexual
For
act.
me, it's the sexual act.
I like that.
Yeah. So if, like I said, if the orgasm is the dessert, then the sex is the meal, and you should be enjoying your meal every
Because
single
it's a
time.
tasty meal.
That's right. And bring in some humor. If you're going to have
Yeah.
the conversation, we have humor in our conversations all the time because I don't handle uncomfortable conversations very well, and that is how I cope, is with humor. And so obviously we've had discussions where she is broken down and in tears, and I'll make jokes and I'll have her crying, and then I'll have her laughing. And then we'll be having sex and I'll have her coming. So there are ways to do it. You just have to talk to your partner. If you have a partner, or if your hand is your partner, you can still talk to your partner. Just get one of the little hand puppets.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? It all comes down to communication and how you do things. So bottom line, whether you finish or not doesn't define you. It doesn't define your partner, and it doesn't define your sex life. It happens. Sometimes our brains, our bodies, or the pressure just get in the way. And no matter what happens, it's the connection and it's enjoying the ride. It's not just the ending.
No. I like that. I like the way you said that, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because
I
orgasms are
appreciate it.
great, but they're not the only thing that makes sex meaningful or
That's true.
fun.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have that other stuff. So don't beat yourself up just because your girl or your guy didn't have an orgasm. It's okay. Y'all can talk about it. Y'all can laugh about it. There's many times that we've laughed about it.
Gosh.
Even with other people, we've laughed.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
it's
true.
okay. It's supposed to be pleasurable. Don't make it so pressury.
That's right.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't make it so pressury.
Don't make it so pressury.
Like
It's
that.
love, it's laughter, it's fun, it's an experience. Don't focus on the negative.
Yeah.
Mr. Positive said right here.
That's right. That's me. And hey, we want to hear from you guys. I don't know
Yes.
how many times I've said it. We want to hear from you guys. Have you ever been in that situation where the big O just didn't happen? Obviously, you know our situation. We want to know your situation. How did you make it feel? Like, how did it make you feel? We'd love it if you could send us your stories, whether it be either on the voicemail on our website or to our email address. Like I said, you can find it all on www.beyond-monogamy.com. And if we get enough, we'll actually make a quickie episode that revolves around it, and we'll feature them
That
in
would
there.
be so much
So
fun.
we would love it if you were in our next one of our
Yes,
quickie
guys.
episodes in the future, if you send us that.
Yes,
Okay?
yes. So don't forget that you can catch us streaming every Thursday at 2 p.m. and 7
Yes.
p.m. Central Standard on fullswapradio.com and of course on all major podcast platforms. So make sure you
Always.
like, share, subscribe. Leave us a review, guys.
Yes.
And we're actually doing our Wednesday quickies live on
That's
TikTok.
right. So we started doing our Wednesday quickies live on TikTok. So if you follow us on TikTok, that's at beyond.monogamy.
Yeah.
On TikTok. If you follow us, our Wednesday quickies, we usually film them either on Mondays or Tuesdays. We try to give advance notice that we're going live. So just keep all our socials on, keep track of things, hit that little subscribe button, get your notifications, because we're going to have a lot of things happening. Also, we've got some merch coming out.
We're going to be traveling.
We're going to be traveling.
So if you do follow us on any of our socials, or even if you just go to our website, you can leave us a little email there. If you have an event coming up and you'd like Adam and I to help host it, we are doing some traveling. So
Totally. We are.
that's the fun part.
We're getting into some national events. We're going to have some events here in Texas that we're going to be attending. And all of this will be announced on all of our social media. So you're going to want to follow us as much as possible. By the way, fullswapradio.com, we are streaming and we're in the lineup only on Thursdays currently. My lovely wife here said it is 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. That's actually Eastern Standard. So Central Standard, and that's my fault. Central Standard, it would be 1 and 6 p.m. Yeah, that we're on fullswapradio.com. And you'll be able to find a lot of other adult podcasts that you may really enjoy. So we hope that you actually check that out.
Yeah, go check it out, guys.
Yeah, a lot of big things happening for us, a lot of big changes. We love the fact that you guys are joining us. We love the fact that you guys are listening to us and bringing us into your fold, bringing us into your community. We are really enjoying the people who are reaching out and offering us a spot to come visit and get to know people in your community. I think that's really cool. And we're going to start focusing on a lot of the artists in the community. So be sure and keep track of our social media on that, because we are going to be talking about that as well. We are, as my beautiful wife said, on all major platforms, including Spotify and YouTube. So be sure and catch us up on YouTube as well. We would love
Yeah.
to see you subscribe, because I only got 40 subscribers, y'all.
People, we only got 40 subscribers on YouTube. Come on
And
now.
I want to get one of those little plaques. I want to get a plaque.
How many people do you need for that?
I think you need like 10,000.
I got you.
So we're
I don't need
almost there,
10,000 people.
guys. We're almost there. We're at 40. We're at the big 40.
Come on, people.
That's right. Watch out, Mr. Beast. I'm coming for you. So with that, like I said, thank you very much for joining us. We love you guys very much. And whether you're coming or not, we are going to be here
Oh.
next week.
Bye.